Hi, thank you for watching. I'm Carol Baker. I've been a social media professional for over 10 years now. And during that 10-year period of time, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about self-care. I've learned a lot about succeeding and getting ahead and really thriving in the workplace as a woman over 40. So I want to share some of this information that I've got stored up. And it's going to take a lot of videos to get a lot of it out there. But I want to start off by saying that my intention is to bring together a community of women who are over the age of 40 that are in the pursuit of happiness, because happiness is what I'm all about. And I don't mean that like in a selfish way, but I mean that in a self-realization kind of way, connecting to God as you experience God, connecting to what you were born to do. So many of us really struggle to have a balance in life, and as women especially, we're caregivers, right? We're juggling aging parents. You may have a spouse who has a health diagnosis that is concerning and that you're having to help with doctor appointments. You may have kids that are special needs. You may have kids that are just very needy. You may have kids that are out of the nest, but they're coming back home. We all have different stages of where we're at, but there are some things that bind us all together and that are a similarity with all of us as women who are caregivers and taking care of so much, especially those of us that are running a business at the same time. So I want to just give you some of the wealth of experience and information that I've got. So I'm going to start with number one, and that is prioritizing what matters, because we all have so many hours in the day. Some people do time blocking. I'm looking across the room at my wall. I've got time blocking. Some people do time blocking. Some people keep a very elaborate, detailed calendar. Some people keep a paper calendar. Some people use an electronic calendar. I love the notifications on my phone, so I'm all about electronic. But even when we try to organize our day, things happen. I just talked to a friend whose child was bitten by a cat, which resulted in doctor's office visits, suddenly having to pull away from work in the middle of everything and deadlines, and like, you didn't have that on your calendar, right? How do you prioritize? How do you manage all this? So one of the best things I can tell you is you have to picture a jar, picture a giant jar, picture a pile of big river rocks, picture a bag of sand. If you look on YouTube, you might actually see a demonstration of somebody doing this, but I'm just going to describe it for you. So you've got this jar, you've got these big river rocks, and you've got a bag of sand. The sand represents the minutia of the day, the bills that you need to get paid over there that are, they're coming up due. I'm looking at my pile over there, I got to get those done. You've got, your grocery list, you've got your doctor appointments, you've got your kids' things that need to get done. You've got phone calls that need to be answered. Those are all the minutia. They pile up, and sometimes at the end of the day, you're like, oh my God, I got nothing done on my list, right? And then you've got the big river rocks. And those are the things that really matter in life, like connecting with your spouse, making sure you tell your spouse you love them on the way out the door. Doing things, creating a date night, creating a plan for being together with your spouse, being intentional about being involved with your kids in a way that makes them feel like you're really showing up and paying attention. So those are the big rocks of life. I know in my life, one of my big rocks, one of the things that really matter is my elderly parents. They matter a great deal to me, and I moved to Phoenix just to be near them during this chapter of their life. That's a big rock. So then you've got this empty jar. Now, what if you put all the sand, the minutia, all the things that are crowding out our schedule, what if you put the sand in the jar first? What's going to happen? There's no room for the big rocks, the things that really matter in life. So what do? You flip it. You put the big rocks in the jar first, which means the taking care of the loved ones, the things that really matter, taking time for yourself, mindfulness, yoga, going for a walk, all those things that help you keep your life together. Those are the big rocks. Once you put those in the jar, guess what? The sand, the minutia, it all gets done. So that's one of the best tips I can give you. Now, for the next video I'm going to make, I'm going to tell you my number one secret. It's not really a secret, but I'm going to tell you the number one thing that has kept me from going pretty much insane over the years as I've gone through a pretty bad divorce, moving across the country during the recession of 2008, 2009, starting my own company, becoming an entrepreneur in the middle of all that, and multiple health issues during that time. And did I say moving? Yeah. So I've got a great tip for you, and it is what really is my secret. Well, I've got a few, but it's one of the main ones. So I hope you tune in again, and I look forward to hearing your comments. You can always reach out to me. I'm on social media everywhere as Carol Baker TV. And that's it for now.